going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn here with you back for another episode of Shady VGC, our VGC series where we jump on Battle Spot and play some Pokemon doubles. So we're going to jump into this right away. In the last episode, we had 2 wins with this beautiful Talonflame / TrickRoom team. We have yet to use the TrickRoom portion of the team, so I'm really going to try to use that today. Remember, if you have a suggestion you want to see me use in one of these videos, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Well, you can, but that's not what you have to do. Go ahead and leave a comment down below using the hashtag ShadyVGC along with your entire team suggestion. This is the last episode with this team, and we are going up against a very interesting team: Garchomp, Sylveon, Charizard, Bisharp, and Kangaskhan. We haven't seen a Kangaskhan in a very long time, so I'm very scared to bring TrickRoom. I'm terrified to bring TrickRoom, although it would work out really, really well for us if we did bring TrickRoom. I'm gonna bring the TrickRoom. I'm gonna open up Slowking because he doesn't have much to hit Slowking with. I mean, he has the gosh darn, what do you call that thing? Cofagrigus, but and he has Bisharp. What am I saying? I'm actually gonna open up Slowking Talonflame because Talonflame can still threaten things out with a Brave Bird, even under TrickRoom. I'm gonna bring Conk and I'm gonna bring Mawile because both of those mons perform absolutely fantastically under TrickRoom. I've never used TrickRoom once in VGC since I've started playing, so this is going to be extremely interesting to see how it goes. You get a very limited amount of time to do what you got to do, how you got to do it, and why you got to do it. So we're going to see one character is issuing a challenge. Slowking and Talonflame do hit the field first. I'm not sure who I'm supposed to lead with when I go with the TrickRoom, but we're going to see the Garchomp and the Charizard here. Assuming that Charizard is the Mega, Garchomp is going to be a little bit of support. I kind of just want to go for the Ice Beam on the Garchomp, but it's so obvious that I think he's going to protect, so I'm going to go for the TrickRoom, and then I'm going to proceed to Brave Bird the Charizard, because I do feel as though the Charizard Y is going to be... Oh! Did I call that incorrect? I called that incorrect, and Garchomp is going to go for the Rock Slide and take my Talonflame out. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that is... I have the sash! I forgot I have the sash! Oh my goodness, it's been too long. So we do have the focus sash, and we're going to set the... I just flinched. I just flinched. Oh man, that would have been so perfect. Wow. All right, I'm gonna actually, looking at my backup, I'm gonna U-turn on the Charizard slot. He's gonna withdraw the Charizard completely because he doesn't want his Charizard Y suffering from the Brave Bird. But I'm gonna U-turn and save my Talonflame for a little while longer. We will see the Cofagrigus hit the field, which is super unfortunate because it's gonna do well under TrickRoom. I should have just Ice Beamed the Garchomp this turn. I should have just got rid of it. So Gale Wings is gonna go. Mummy is here to stay, but not really because I'm switching out. And I really do wish that I had just gone for the Ice Beam. Oh, that flinch, man. That flinch smarts a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and go out into the Mawile here. Simply because I think it'll threaten out the Garchomp. We're gonna Intimidate, and that's the other reason I wanted to get a little less damage from these Rock Slides that are gonna be coming our way. There's the Rock Slide. It's gonna connect on both mons. Slowking really did take a lot from that, and it does not have the Regenerator due to the way it was built. Slowking is gonna get the TrickRoom up, which is both good and bad because the Cofagrigus is here now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the Scald on the Garchomp, because I think the Charizard could potentially come out. I'm gonna go for the Scald on the Garchomp, and I am going to actually double out into my Conkeldurr. Actually, I'm gonna go out into Talonflame. I'm gonna go into Talonflame because Talonflame is pretty much donezo funzo here. We're gonna see the Mawile switch first because of the TrickRoom. It is technically the fastest on the field. So Garchomp could still be switching out. We're gonna see the Garchomp switch out. I'm hoping for the Charizard, predicting the Ice Beam. That looks like the Charizard. So the Charizard's gonna hit the field. The Scald's gonna be an absolutely perfect play. Skill swap is gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing as if I just got Mummy. I'm gonna get rid of Gale Wings, and there it is. There it is. Scald is going to come through, and it should do a huge amount of damage. That is almost a one-hit KO. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna Scald the Charizard. The Charizard's gonna protect. The Charizard's gonna protect. So I'm gonna go ahead and scald the Cofagrigus, and I am going to hard switch out my Talonflame for my Conkeldurr. I know it seems kind of crazy to try to preserve this Talonflame, but honestly, the whole point of the Focus Sash is to take advantage of the fact that you still have a very strong attack in the Brave Bird. So Charizard Y, wow, he's not gonna protect. He's not gonna protect, unless he is protecting to reduce the Scald damage. He's Mega Evolving to reduce the Scald damage on the Cofagrigus, and he's also gonna protect most likely. Let's see what he does here. We're gonna see Ally Switch. We're gonna see Ally Switch. They switch places, and I actually went for Scald on the Cofagrigus. Otherwise, that would have been an awesome, awesome play. Oh my goodness, Ally Switch biting him in the butt. Did anyone else love that moment? Oh my goodness. That would have been so cool had that worked out for you. Man, stinks that I predicted to protect. I didn't predict correctly. I'm not gonna pretend like I did. We're gonna see the Sylveon come out, which is a huge problem. The Trick Room is still up, it looks like, which is awesome. And I'm not really sure what I want to do here because neither of my Mons really hurt the Sylveon a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and Ice Beam. I'm gonna Ice Beam the Sylveon, and I am going to just Rock Slide. And the Trick Room's up, so I could get flinches. We're gonna see the skill swap. Right now, I think he's hoping for Regenerator, but what he's gonna see is Oblivious and Gale Wings, ladies and gentlemen. I have a Gale Wings David on the field. Ice Beam onto the Sylveon. Hopefully it does an okay amount. I didn't want to go for Scald because the sun is up. The Rock Slide's gonna connect on both Mons, so hopefully we see a good amount of damage here on the Sylveon. It's a decent amount, but the Hyper Voice is still gonna come out, and that is going to completely destroy my side of the field. Conk is gonna go down. Slowking's gonna live just barely, however, it will not matter, because it just doesn't matter. I don't think we're gonna have this one. The Trick Room is really hard to use for sure. I'm gonna go out into my Talonflame at this point. The Trick Room is still up. Wow, Trick Room lasts for a long, long time. I'm gonna disable. I wonder if he's gonna ally swap now. I'm gonna disable on the Sylveon, and I am going to Flare Blitz. Actually, no, I have to Brave Bird. I'm going to Brave Bird the Cofagrigus slot, just in case he does ally switch. Either way, we're stopping a Hyper Voice. Oh no, we're not, because it goes before ally switch. Forgot about that. He's gonna eat this Brave Bird up. I should have just Brave Birded the Sylveon slot. I completely messed that up with the Trick Room in mind. I was thinking for some reason that ally switch had some sort of priority, but he's actually just going to skill swap and skill swap back. Give me my Oblivious back and take the Gale Wings. He wants them Gale Wings. He wants them. So we should still get a disable off on the Sylveon, which is awesome because the Hyper Voice is Dunzo Funzo and won't get it off. Twisted Dimensions do return to normal now, which means that my Mawile should outspeed this Cofagrigus, which would be great because I'm assuming the Sylveon is locked into. I assume the Sylveon's locked into the Hyper Voice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ice Beam the Sylveon slot, expecting him to switch on to the Garchomp, and then I'm going to play rough on the Cofagrigus slot. So I'm really banking on the fact that he's running. Oh, he's not running Choice Specs. That was a big mistake on my part because he can go for HP Fire in the sun and take out my Mawile now. He can definitely do that. The Posing has no moves left. Goes for Struggle to hit the Mawile. All right, he's not going to opt to switch out, which is fine by me. Oh! That miss is so huge, it's not even funny. I should have just disabled the skill swap. That would have been a really next level play. And now I don't have the huge power, so my attack stat is much, much lower. Unfortunately, I think the Slowking is going to go down here, which is going to lose us the game. I'm going to go for the play rough on the Cofagrigus again. Actually, he's not so Ally Switch does have. Okay, well, Slowking's gonna still be around, although I don't know how much it's gonna matter. The Sylveon's gonna drop, and Play rough's gonna connect this time. Had it connected last time, we would have actually knocked this thing out, but instead, we do hardly anything to it. Man, that play rough miss won my opponent the game. I mean, I could have disabled the skill swap, definitely, but I really expected the Garchomp to come in so that he could save his Sylveon for a little more. But that's not the case. Slowking's here. I expect to see a Rock Slide. I expect to see... what I should have done is just set up Trick Room again. I still had a chance when I threw it away. I got too focused on what I was focusing on, and I didn't open up the bigger spectrum, go for Trick Room again, outspeed the Garchomp and win. Yeah, that was my fault. Man, I could have still won. That's huge. All right, I'm gonna Ice Beam the Garchomp. I learned my lesson here, and I am going to just play rough with the Garchomp slot. Earthquake is going to come through and it's going to destroy everything on the field, and that is going to win my opponent the game. Definitely misplayed hard in that game. I had so much opportunity. Had I just gone for Trick Room instead of going for the Ice Beam right there, that would have been absolutely huge. Outsped my opponent's entire side of the field. Actually, Cofagrigus would have still went first, but it didn't seem like Cofagrigus had any offensive moves. So Slowking or Mawile would have outsped. I don't know if a play rough of Mawile without huge power would have actually KO'd the Garchomp though. So if his Cofagrigus did have any sort of offensive move and he targeted down the Slowking, I would have been donezo funzo. We're gonna go in for one more battle with this team. It seems as though I'm just not apt at using Trick Room yet. I'm not that skilled with it. I need to focus a little bit more on actually, had I reset up that Trick Room, I had more potential to win. Had that play rough not missed, I won the game easy mode. Well, not necessarily, because once Garchomp came in and EQ'd, if the Trick Room wasn't up, it was gonna KO everything. Yeah, it was just going to KO everything, so I had to get Trick Room back up to win. My opponent's team is Mawile, Hydreigon, Rotom Wash, Meowstic, Kangaskhan, and Talonflame. So I'm not going to go with the Trick Room portion of the team, although against a Kangaskhan, Trick Room is really fun. He does have the Meowstic, though, which can stop me from setting up Trick Room. So I'm actually going to lead with Raichu, Talonflame as per our safe lead. I'm going to bring the Conkeldurr because I do hate Kangaskhan, and he's got the Hydreigon, so both of them don't appreciate Conkeldurr, not to mention Talonflame. If he doesn't, Oko is going to get destroyed by a Rock Slide. And I think that the Hydreigon is the next best thing because the Mawile will get KO'd by a Flamethrower before it gets a Play Rough off on it. So hoping we can walk away with at least one win today. We did have 2 wins in the last episode of Shady VGC. If you missed it, check out the playlist in the link in the description. You can watch all of our VGC episodes on the channel. But I think I'd really like to just get 1 win today. That would be fantastic. We did, even with the double win in the last episode, ratings have reset, so I really should be doing a bit better. But you guys know that I haven't been spending too much time to VGC. Unfortunately, that's all going to change very, very soon. Now that I'm getting back on track, I actually have, I think, 4 days worth of videos recorded. I just have to edit and schedule them, and then I'll be good to just invest a lot of time into VGC, practicing and studying and all that stuff. So it'll be really cool to bring that to the channel in a higher degree of competitiveness. So we're gonna open up with the Raichu and the Talonflame as my opponent opens up with Rotom and I don't know how to say that, with Meowstic. Unfortunately, this does not look too fun for us. I feel like we're gonna exchange fake outs here. I'm gonna fake out the Rotom, and then I am going to actually U-turn on the Meowstic to get out of here. Just in case my opponent's Meowstic, let's see, Raichu's gonna, oh yeah, I didn't have to U-turn. I mean, U-turn should do an okay amount to the Meowstic, but I have the Lightning Rod. I have the Lightning Rod, ladies and gentlemen. You went for the Thunder Wave, big mistake. I could have gotten my Tailwind up. You're a lucky duck. You are a lucky duck. We're gonna U-turn and get about 30% off, which is just nice because we're gonna keep our Focus Sash intact. Everything seems a-okay to me, and we got to get the boost for the, for the Raichu. Do I go out into Conk, or do I go into Hydreigon? I'm gonna go into Hydreigon because I'm immune to 1 stab and I resist the other 2 on the field. So just a fine thing to do. We have a +1 Raichu on the field, which will be really, really good for us. I kind of want to take the Meowstic out because it could be a little bit of an issue, but I'm just going to go ahead and Thunderbolt the Rotom and Dark Pulse the Rotom. I think the combination of those 2 moves should take him out. I kind of want to go for the Draco, but really no point. I knew the Swagger was coming. I really did know it. I should just get rid of this stupid kitty cat. I should murder it. Raichu's gonna go ahead and get the Thunderbolt off. It's +1, so it should do around 60%. Oh, wow, it does not do as much as I thought it would. Only does 45%. But if my Hydreigon can come through and break through, we might be okay. But we're not gonna be okay, because we're gonna hit ourselves in confusion, and the Hydro Pump's gonna connect on the Raichu, popping our balloon, and doing a decent amount of damage, mind you. That is a 2-hit KO. I fully expect to see Swagger onto Raichu now. I fully expect it. This team does not have anything to handle Swagger, really. Hence why I should have just targeted down the Meowstic. I'm gonna go ahead and since I didn't go through with my move, I'm actually gonna Draco Meteor the Rotom now, because I think he'll be able to take a Dark Pulse, but I don't think he'll take a Draco Meteor. So the Swagger is gonna connect on the Raichu. I don't know why this cat has so much swag. I don't understand. I really don't get it. So Raichu became confused. Raichu is confused. Raichu proceeds to Thunderbolt the Meowstic. +1 Thunderbolt is going to do a large amount of damage. Hydreigon snaps out and connects with the Draco. I do not expect you to live this. I would be shocked if you don't get knocked out. Down goes the Rotom to a Choice Specs Draco Meteor, which is huge for us without a doubt. Raichu pulling through too, not getting confused in that moment is huge for us. We got to get rid of this Meowstic. I do expect Kangaskhan to come out and to fake out my Raichu, which is just unfortunate, because I'm sure he's going to want to get some sort of speed control off. I do expect him to want to get some sort of speed control off with Thunder Wave, but he can't do that until the Raichu is gone. So even though I'm at -2 special attack, I think that, Flunkifer. Flunkifer is the Mawile. Wow. Since I'm locked into a Draco Meteor, I obviously either have to switch out or sacrifice my Hydreigon, and I'm not willing to sacrifice my Hydreigon, even with, but I have no switch-ins. I have no switch-ins. Wow, this smart. I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Mawile. I have to stay in, and I'm gonna Draco Meteor the Meowstic. I don't want to switch in my Conkeldurr to take a player off, because I won't take it. And I still have my Talonflame who can Brave Bird the Mawile. Not as effective as flamethrowing it, but we're gonna see the Safeguard come through so that no statuses can come about. So luckily we did not see the Swagger. Sucker Punch is gonna connect on the Raichu and actually take me out. So that Thunderbolt would have done a hefty amount of damage. Unfortunately, we are not gonna see that. Instead, we're gonna see a Draco Meteor on the Meowstic. -2, Choice Specs should still take him out. Really should. It is going to take the kitty out to lunch, and now is the time that I will bring in my Talonflame and most likely switch out my Hydreigon. So we're gonna go ahead, actually, yeah, I'm gonna bring out my Talonflame to kind of threaten that monster of a Pokemon right there. We did not bring the Kangaskhan because, now this is a problem. Wow, this is a big problem. Because he could Sucker Punch, if he expects the Focus Sash, he could Sucker Punch Brave Bird. I don't think he will though. I'm gonna Flare Blitz the Mawile. And I am going to switch out my Hydreigon for the Conkeldurr. Just because I don't think that Conkeldurr is going to be of much use with the Talonflame and the Mawile here. Definitely. Oh, Funkifire is actually going to protect. That wins him the game. Brave Bird onto T-Flame, I'm sure. I'd be shocked if you're going for Hydreigon. You're going for the T-Flame, is going to bring me down to my Focus Sash, and now I have no choice but to go for a Brave Bird with Talonflame. Flare Blitz, ain't doing nothing, ain't nothing doing. And now I have to really hope that I win this speed tie. I have to hope that I win this speed tie, and I'm actually going to go for the... A player is probably going to one-shot me, right? Either I Rock Slide or I Drain Punch and get as much damage off as I can. I'm gonna Rock Slide. I'm gonna Rock Slide. So my Talonflame does outspeed and proceed to get a Brave Bird off, and that should one-shot because we saw how much my opponent's Brave Bird did. Down goes, it's a crit! Unnecessary, don't you talk to me twice. Don't you talk to me twice. It's gonna go ahead and bring my Talonflame down. Now, I wish I had gone for the Drain Punch because it is neutral and stab, but I don't think it matters. Sucker Punch is actually gonna come through. I think he was trying to Sucker Punch my Talonflame expecting the Flare Blitz. I think that's exactly what happened, and then he Brave Birded my Conkeldurr. But that is going to prove to be a regret on my opponent's part. However, it wouldn't have mattered. Even if he played with my Conk, it would have just changed the score, and that's about it. Because Hydreigon's going to come in, and I had used Earth Power last time, so let's go for Flamethrower, and we'll get a little bit of a Mach Punch off. Just for BP to make sure that I take care of this Mawile. So we'll get a neutral Mach Punch off. Gonna do an okay amount, and the flamethrower is going to clean up the cake. Talk about putting the icing right on top. We walk away with 1 win today. So that was a pretty close match. The double Talonflame was a bit scary to see in the field. Kind of had to win that speed tie to win that game. Had I not won that, I think I was donezo funzo. But a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Shady VGC, don't forget to show your support by tickling that thumb down below. It means you're touching. I love you guys so much, but I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.